history and data, vector applications, and educational learning platforms. So yeah, this is about me, what I bring to the table, and I would like to introduce, I would like to have your introductions on the table. So starting with Shwetansh, let's start with you. Tell me three things. What's your name again? What's your name? From where you belong? In what standard or in what year of college you are? And what kind of programming knowledge you are having with Python or without Python? And do you know HTML or not?
So my name is Shwetansh. I studied in class 11th, and sir, haven't done Python or these types of things, so
So
I
you
don't know much about. Yes,
don't
sir.
know much. Okay, that's cool. Do you know HTML?
Yes, sir.
Do you know HTML?
Yes, sir, but
Okay.
not deeply.
Yeah, that's fine. HTML is not that hard.
And sir, I belong from Varanasi.
Where is it? I don't exactly tend to remember. Is it in which state?
Sir, UP, Varanasi.
Acha, Varanasi. Okay, that's
Yes, sir.
um,
Okay. Okay, sir. Some network issue maybe.
no worries.
Yes.
Yeah, please, go ahead, please. Aditya, you there?
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Aditya Anand. I'm a 11th grader and I'm from Varanasi, UP.
Okay. You guys must be enjoying the Mahakumbh right now. Have you been there?
Sir, I had been there like the last time it happened, but it's not happening in Varanasi, but in
Yeah, I know that. It is
Allahabad.
Prayagraj, but yeah, there's not much distance. So I guess only 120 kilometers, something like that.
Yeah, sir. Maybe I'll be visiting there next month.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Okay, Aditya, that's cool of you. Anyasha, from pronouncing it right.
Yeah. So my name is Anyasha and I'm in class 11th and I belong from Varanasi.
Lot of Varanasi people here. Nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess we three are from same school as well.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, Anyasha, what kind of programming experience are you having right now?
Sir, actually I've taken like in the optional I've taken computer science. So I know something about Python like till tuples and loops, something like that. Not
Mhm.
much, but yeah.
Okay. You'll get to learn a lot of things in this course or in this journey. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
nice of you, Anasha. Thank you. Prashita?
Yes, sir. So my name is Prashita Agrawal. I'm also from Varanasi. I'm also 11th grader. I have like basic knowledge of Python.
Okay. Okay, Prashita, thank you. Tanish?
My name is Tanish Yadav. I'm from Noida and I have basic knowledge of Python.
Okay, Tanish. Arav? Scary hamster?
Uh, yeah. Good greetings, sir. I am Arab Singh. I study in class 8. I have a basic knowledge about the coding HTML and Python. It's very recently introduced to me, and I have very good experience with me that computer science.
Okay, that's nice of you, Arav. So I believe that all of you are just intermediate, almost beginner to intermediate level, right? So no one knows much about programming and specifically Python, right? So
Yep.
it's going to be interesting journey throughout. So let's dive into that. I'm just going to share my screen. Do let me know. Before we move on, there are some rules, unspoken rules that I say. Right. First of all, if I'm teaching, so if I share my screen, I'm mostly on other tab or other screen, right? Doing some other stuff regarding the things. Okay, so if I ask questions, do speak. Turn on your mic and do speak yes or no or sir, I have the doubt or something like that. Don't write in the chat because I'll not be able to see the chat all the time. Other than that, if you have doubt, please feel free to ask the doubts. I am the guy who welcomes confusions and questions or queries, right? Not the guy who just gets irritated with the questions and all that. I love to solve the confusions in your head. So that's the thing. So turn on a mic, say on the spot that if I'm, let's say, teaching you about for loops, and you get something in your head that is tricky for you. So just turn on a mic. Excuse me, sir. I am whatever. Like, let's say I am Tanish, and I just want to ask that this particular thing is going beyond my head. There's a bouncer to me. Will you please make me understand this once again? So I'll be very much glad to make you understand. So that is the thing. Other than that, please do not code along with me. If I am teaching, try to grab all the things. And once the lecture is over, the lecture is recorded for you. So you can watch it anytime. That's not a matter of thing. And about this curriculum, this journey is kind of separated into 4 live lectures, right? This is the first live lecture that you are going to have on day 2. Then you are going to have on day 8, I suppose. Then on day 10, and then on day 15, right? So that's how the live lecture structure looks like. On day 2, we are going to learn about introduction of Python and basics of Python. Then on day 8, we are going to learn about object-oriented programming. On day 10, we are going to learn about Django, introduction to Django and how Django works. And on day 15, we'll learn how the APIs are created. Good evening, Laksh.
Good evening, sir.
And about what I was saying, I just forgot. Yeah, so that's basically how it looks like. And there's nothing much. Yeah, one thing I was asking, have you guys all watched the first video where I demonstrated about the installation of Python and VS Code?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, not me.
Do you face any problem in that?
No, sir.
No, that's good. Everyone ran their first program and it was successful, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's cool. So let's kick off. I'm going to share my screen to let me know if my screen is visible to you. There might be some network issue. Let's pray that there's not. And pardon me for this coughing. I'm just having a little bit bad health right now. So yeah, if my screen is visible, may I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So welcome to UA's course of web development, and here we kick off with introduction with Python. What Python is and its applications. Python is a high-level language, interpreted programming language. So what is a high-level language? Can one of you make me understand in more simpler way?
Sir, it is a language which humans can understand, but it needs to be translated into bit code in order for machine to be understand it.
That's correct. Almost correct. So a high-level language is a language which is easy to understand for human, easy to understand for computer as well. A high-level language is a language which creates a platform through which we can communicate to machines and make our work done. So all in all, a simple definition. I'll just not go very much deep into that. But yeah, this is a high-level language. And what is an interpreted programming language? So there are 2 types of programming languages: compiled and sorry for that. There are 2 types of programming languages: compiled and interpreted. So compiled is a language where the code runs or executes in one go. So let's assume that there is 100 line of code, and when we press the run button or when we run the code would run in one go. All the 100 lines would execute. And suppose if there are errors on line number 20, 50, and 70, so all the 3 errors will be shown to you that, okay, in this particular code, you are having errors on line number 20, 50, and 70. And then you will be solving those errors. But in the case of interpreted programming languages, the code is run one by one, line by line, basically, right? So let's say that we have written the same code and assuming that the syntax is almost the same, just the platform is different, we are running a interpreter instead of a compiler, and we are again having error on line number 20, 50, and 70. So first we'll encounter the error on line number 20 because there is an error and we will not go to on line number 21. Then we have to solve the error on line number 50. Then again, we have to solve the error on line number 70, and then the code would run. So how many executions does it take to run an interpreted programming language? First we run, then solve the error on line number 20. Then again we run, solve the error on line number 50. Then again we run, solve the error on line number 70, and then we run. So it takes 4 executions, right? Whereas on compiled programming languages, if you run the code and you get all the 3 errors in one one execution. So on the second execution, if the code is your coding skills are good, you will be able to execute the code. So that is the benefit of compiled programming languages. Also, compiled programming languages are faster, way much faster than interpreted programming languages. The example of compiled languages are C, C++, Java. And for interpreted programming languages, the major examples are Python and JavaScript. Okay, Python, known for its simplicity and readability, as everyone knows. First was created by Guido van Rossum, and first was released in 1991. Python has a very wide range of applications, including web development, data analysis, machine learning, automation, artificial intelligence, neural networks, blockchain, networking, and whatnot. Everything, data analysis, mathematics, and all that stuff. Python plays a very crucial role right now, and it is on boom. With Python, you can do a lot of work. So this is all about Python. Python follows a very clean and readable syntax that emphasizes the use of indentations, also known as white spaces. Right? Uh, I believe you all know about that, but just in case if you don't, you will be used to that once you get into the programming. Okay. About the reserved keywords, there are some words that hold some meaning to them, and they can only be used when a particular situation is there and we need to do something in particular or something like that. So true, false, if else, finally, elif, def, and you can see on the screen, these are the keywords that Python offers to you. I might be missing some, but all in all, the basic ones are these. What are variables? Variables in any programming language are just similar to the variables that we use in mathematics. In mathematics, we say that let x be equal to 20, then y be equal to 40. And if z is equal to x plus y, then what is the value of z? So the value of z would be 60. Right? Similarly, we do in Python, we say x equal to 20, y equal to 40, and z equal to x plus y. And if we print z, we would get 60, something like that. There are some rules to declare a variable. Variable names must start with the letter A to Z. It doesn't matter if it is a uppercase or smaller case, or it can contain an underscore. Right? After the first character, variables can contain digits and underscore. It cannot contain special characters like dollar, hyphen, hashtags, and all that stuff. And also, it cannot start with a digit. Right? Oh, sorry for that. Yeah, and the variable names are case sensitive. That means my variable will not be equal to my variable. In this case, you can clearly see that the V is case sensitive. Also, you do not declare the name of variables with the keywords or inbuilt functions, common functions, right? That can cause you some problems. So that's how we roll into Python. Let me just go to the coding screen. Yeah, we are on coding screen. Let me just remove this code. So similarly, that the one file that we created, this is a sample file that I have created over here, and we'll be coding over. So let's run print. And by the way, I just have a habit of turning my autosave on, just in case whatever I write, it auto saved, and whenever I execute the code, I don't have to worry about whether I've saved the code or not. Let's print hello, you are teens, right? And teens spelling should have one N. And let's run this Python using Python sample.py. And hello URT. So I believe everyone must have achieved this much of code execution, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes, sir.
Um, do get familiar with VS Code because VS Code is very much helpful with other frameworks also, like Django that we are going to learn. But just in case if you want to switch the fields, VS Code will help you a lot. It is compatible with many languages as well. So just in case you are using any other editor or IDE, I would recommend to switch on VS Code as soon as possible. So you can copy with me. Okay. Let's do A equal to, it should be in 10, B equal to uh, 55.67, and C is equal to, let's say, right, QR. Before that, I just want you guys to know about this is PPT. Let me just go to the drive. I hope I'm not going too fast and everything is maybe understandable to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Is it blurry or is it good?
It's good, sir.
Okay, that's thank you. Yeah, just wait for your answer because just in case if there is a technical issue. Uh, yeah, who's there? Yeah, Aditanand, please.
Sir, I'm using idle for Python. Is that good?
That's good, but that would not help you a lot when you are doing with Django. So again,
Okay.
that's why I use VS Code. And
Okay.
again,
Okay.
please don't raise hands or don't type in the chat. I have just have to move. Just open up your mic. Excuse me, sir. I just want to ask this thing. Go ahead.
Okay,
I
sir. Got it.
So let's assume that you have got a computer and there is some bit of memory, right? So what is the smallest unit of memory?
Bit.
Bit.
Bit, right? One bit is basically a binary, 0 or 1. Computer only knows the language of binary, right? Then 8 bit comes together to form 1 byte. Then 1024 bytes create 1 kilobyte, right? Then 1024 kilobyte creates 1 megabyte, and so on, right? So let's assume that you have got a memory and you have got a machine and you have got memory in it. When you create a program and declare a variable, just like I have declared A, B, and C, so each variable takes some bit of memory in the machine, right? And three things are associated with the variable, right? One is the data type. What is the data type of the variable? Then the value of the variable, what is the value that you have given to the variable, and how much memory the variable is having in the machine, right, or in the memory. So these three things are very much important to understand. Now data types are of two types. One is numerical data type and the other one is character data type. There are far more and much more data types. I would just go deep into those. These are the two fundamental data types that every programming language has, right? Now numerical data types are further categorized into two types of data. One is integer and the other one is float. Integer are the numbers. Can anyone give me the definition? No.
Numericals
Numerical what?
means numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that.
Yeah, but again, 4.5 is also a number, right?
Sir,
Oh,
a negative
non-decimal.
numbers. Negative numbers.
Negative numbers, okay. Yeah, anyone else?
Whole number plus negative
eh, eh,
numbers.
Whole numbers plus,
Negative numbers.
okay. Whole numbers plus negative numbers. So positive whole numbers and negative whole numbers plus 0, right? This is the correct
Yes, sir.
definition. Whole numbers are the numbers. Whole numbers are the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. And
Sir, sir, natural numbers that are negative are known as integers.
yeah, but natural numbers does not contain 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, positive and negative whole numbers plus 0. That would be a correct definition. 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 3 and so on. Any number that is not having a decimal in it is an integer, right? And any number that is having a decimal in it is going to be a float, right? What about 4.0? What is it?
It's a float, sir.
It's a floating
Float
number
value.
because it does have a decimal in it, right? So integer takes 2 bits of memory, floating numbers take 4 bits of memory. And about characters, characters further are classified into one character data type. That is string. Now the definition of a string is a collection of multiple characters, right? But in Python, a single character is also a string. A empty string, basically not having any character, is also a string. And of course, multiple characters is also a string. So that's how a string is. And we bypass the character data type in Python. So not much of important stuff, but yeah, you need to just know about the string. And string consists of 1 bit per character in the memory. Is that clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's move on to the
Sir,
coding.
any length of
Sorry.
sir, any length of number can be of 2 bits.
No. Let's say you are talking about 2 crore 34 lakhs and 54,786, something like that. It would be considered as a long int, but we are not going there right now. And the memory taken by that number would be again greater, might be 8 bits or something like that. But again, let's not go there. We are talking about the smaller integers right now, just for the introduction purpose. Let's not go very much deep into that. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have written one print statement on line number 4, that is printing the value of A, the data type of A, and you have to tell how much memory will it be taking in the system. So let's start the questions. You have to answer three answers: the value, the data type, and the memory taken. Let's start with A. Who would go first? Sorry.
Sir, will it be 2 bits?
First value, then data type, and then memory. So it's simple now. What is the value of A? You can see on the screen.
An integer.
10 integer and oh, sorry for that. Yeah, 10 integer and 2 bits. It's simple, right? You can see that integer takes 2 bits of memory. So the value of A is 10. The data type of A is what? Integer. And the memory taken by A is 2 bits. What about B? Let's try to print this. This is how it looks like.
Sir, 55.67 float 4
Hmm.
bits.
4 bits. That's correct. Right? And this is how it looks like. About float. What about C now?
Yuva string and 6. No, sorry, 8.
8. Okay. Why 8?
Sir, double quotes.
Here double quotes are used to declare a string, so they are not counted as characters, right? Without double quotes or single quotes, you cannot declare a string. Inside of double quotes, whatever it is written would be considered. So UI is the correct answer. String is the correct answer, but the memory is wrong. So how much memory will it take?
6.
6 bits. 6 what? 6 bits, right? We can also verify that using length, right? Whatever the length of a string, that many characters it is having, and that many memory will it take. So in this case, we are having 6. What if I write it like this? Now how much?
Sir, will it be 8 bits?
8 bits, okay. Any other guesses? Uh, 8 bits or 1 byte?
Yep, 1 byte.
Both are the same, na? 8 bits and 1 byte. So what does it, how does it matter? Right? Space is also considered as a character. So just in case you are having confusion, space is also considered as a character, right? Now we come on to the, again, I do the term, what it is called, variable, identify what, changing one variable into another. Variable data type into another. Typecasting, yeah, it is called typecasting. I'll just make you familiar with the concept of typecasting. But let's declare a variable called x, and let's do with a plus b. What do you think is going to be the result? What do you think going to be the result? Anyone?
I
65.6
think
65 point
55.67.
65.67. What will the data type?
Float.
float.
How much memory? Oh,
4 bits.
4.
that's correct. Let's go with that. 65.67. That's correct. And 4 bits of memory. What happens if I do typecasting? Now, typecasting means changing the data type of one variable into the other data. So this is float, and I'm changing the data type of float into integer. What will happen now? What will be the answer?
65.67 integer type.
Okay. And memory?
4 bits.
4 bits. So I think, what's your name?
Prashita.
Prashita, right? Prashita, you are very much confused right now. You said that the answer would be 65.7, and you said the data type would be integer. Now, integer numbers cannot have decimals in that. First thing is that. So it should be either float, right? And if it is integer, then how can it take 4 bits of memory? It should take only 2 bits of memory. So two wrong answers. Or I think it's whole of a mess. So don't worry. I'll just let you know. The answer is 65 because we are taking only the integral value of this number. So the integral value of this number is 55. We are just going to ignore about decimal or 0.67, right? We are just going to take the integral value, that is 55. 10 plus 55 is going to be 65. Since 55 is an integer, 10 is an integer, the outcome is going to be an integer. And then the data is of course going to be integer, and the memory taken by it is 2 bits. I hope it is clear to you. I hope it was clear to you. What about now? What would happen now?
65.67.
65.67. Okay. Any other guesses?
55 point, sorry, 65.0.
65.0 is the correct answer. Why? First, we are taking the integral value of this b, right? So we are just taking 55. So this is going to return 55. So we can assume that this is written as 55. Now, since 10, if we are converting 10 into float, the answer will be 10.0. And when 10.0 is added to 55, the answer is going to be 65.0, right? And it's going to be float, again taking 4 bits of memory, right? So it's as simple as that. You guys have to practice a lot about this, just in order to understand yourself. There are a lot of combinations that can happen over there. What would happen right now?
So it will show an error.
Yeah, why it would show an error?
So because the data types are different.
Correct. Data types are different. So about 55.67. Let's not think about how it would be getting converted into string, first of all. But supposedly, if the string conversion is successful, we cannot add integer into a string. So that's going to be a problem. You can see that int and string cannot be operated. It's going to be a type error. Let's put a value of 2 over here. Let's do the C, and uh, let's do the integer of this. What would happen now? The answer would be
It
very
will
much,
same. Yeah, it will still show an error.
it will show an error, not now, because we are converting this 20 into integer, and that's going to be a conversion that would happen because it's a number that we are talking about. So the answer is going to be 30. That's why you need to learn a lot more about Python, how Python behaves, and all that stuff. If I put a string over here, what would happen now? Hmm. See, this is a string and this is an integer that cannot be added, so it's going to be an error. As simple as that. What happens if I remove this integer? This is a string and this is also a string. What would happen if we concatenate the two strings?
Excuse me, sir. Your screen has been frozen.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'm just resharing my screen. Sorry. Yeah. On this note, this is a string and this is also a string since we have declared this string. What would happen now?
20.
Sorry, what?
So it will be 10 and 20
10 and 20 or 1 0?
together.
It's going to be
102.
right. 1 is a different character when we are converting it to character. 2 is a different character. And sorry, 0 is a different character. 2 and 0 again is a different character. So 1020. What happens right now? Uh, it's simple now. 55.6720. As simple as that. Right? It's not 55.6720. It's 55 individual characters. It's not a decimal or point. It's a dot, full stop kind of thing. 55.6720. As simple as that. Okay.
So
I hope
what
this.
happens,
Yeah.
sir?
Mhm.
So what happens if we convert this number into an integer, into an float?
It would be a float number. So if we convert this whole into a float, that would be a float. Again, the data type would be float, and the number would be 55.672. Okay. So there are a lot of exercises for you. Put a float number in the string and then try to convert it into float. Then try to convert that float number into integer. A lot of things can go around that, right? If I write 2.20 and try to convert into an integer and then try to add into a string, then this string can be converted into an integer again. So a lot of things. This is called nested typecasting, right? A lot of things can happen. So eventually we are adding integer into integer. So what should be the result over there? And these are a lot of things that could happen and possibilities. So this is a kind of a homework for you. Whatever creativity that you can bring onto the coding screen, that's up to you and how much you learn, right? Let's learn something about string. So again, whoever answered that Yuva was having the value of 8 bits because of these double quotes. No, because these double quotes are used to declare the string. So this is one way to declare string. This is another way of declaring string. This is another way of declaring string. This is the type of string we use as multi-line characters or multi-line strings where we can use in multiple lines, right? So this is called a triple quoted string, triple inverted quoted string, and this is again triple quoted string but in double quotes, right? So this is also a string, and this is also a multi-line string. We can do a lot of things, right? And we can do a lot of things over here. So yeah, that's how you play with the strings. Nothing more special. So this is all about introduction to Python, how Python operates, what are the fundamentals and basics of Python, about memory management, about data types, about the values, how the typecasting works, how the strings works, and all that stuff. I hope you get to learn a lot. And if not, do reach me on WhatsApp, do message me. My number is there in the group. You can find me as Sarvesh over there in Hindi. So please do not call me. I'm rather busy most of the times. Please do not call me. Just drop me a message saying that, hello, sir, I'm having this doubt. Send me the screenshot and please could you solve this doubt? I will be very glad to solve that. Other than that, we do not have anything for today. If you have any questions or doubts, please shoot, or else we can end this lecture over here. Oh, yeah, Prashita was in a hurry.
Hello, sir. There is this one problem I'm facing. I'm not able to see my lectures on my programs on the UA site, and I have not been added to the WhatsApp group yet.
Please contact to the chat support or UA support. They would help you in this problem. I'm not the man suitable for this problem. Sorry, but yeah,
Okay.
we'll
Okay,
get
sir.
it
Thank you.
as soon as possible. Yeah. Thank you, Anand. Aditya. Sorry. Yeah. Anything else regarding anything?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, then that's good. Happy winters, guys. Have fun in this winter. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good
Thank you,
night.
sir.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Sir, when will you have the next meeting?
Around 8 days later.
Okay. Bye, sir.
I do.